Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build a realistic Minecraft city. Now, I've actually done a season 1 to this series where we did 10 episode series, and I taught you guys how to build a realistic city. Now in this video, our series, we're going to be going over, again, how to build a realistic city, but we're going to be doing some more realistic aspects to things, maybe more realistic builds, and it's just going to be great. We're not going to be using a texture pack this time. I've gotten lots of good feedback towards this series, and I'm very excited to make season 2. Now, let's just create the world. So the first thing we're going to do is name the world. We can just name this city, and since it's season 2 of me making it, I'm just going to put S2. What we're going to want to do is change the game mode to creative. You might want to put this multiplayer if you're playing it with your friends, but I'm going to put it just off multiplayer. I'm going to put it peaceful. Now, this is your choice. It's a big decision when you make your cities, if you want to make your world on a flat world or an infinite world. Now, for the tutorial, you might want to use a flat world. That's what we're going to be going with. Totally up to you, though. For seed, we don't really need anything. It's just a flat world. A good thing to put on if you're building cities is to show your coordinates and to prevent griefing. Turn off fire spreads, TNT explodes. What else can we put on here? Activate cheats. Make sure that's on. Put always day on. It's very, very good for whenever you're building your cities. Turn off mob spawning so animals don't spawn unless you want to spawn them. And turn off weather cycle too, because thunderstorms will always be a massive pain while building your city. Now, before we create the world, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I understand that's a really big goal, but if every one of you who watches this subscribes, we can get there quick. Alright, let's create the world. Alright everybody, for the basic design of the roads. Now, the first thing you want to do in your city is lay out roads. And I know you're probably looking at this like, whoa, this is kind of intimidating. And I know, it is a little bit intimidating, but once you get the basic design down, it's awesome. It's easy and it's good to go. So let me show you guys what we used. So we pretty much used either smooth stone slabs or just a block you can use for the sidewalk. I'd probably recommend the blocks for the sidewalk. So what you want to do is go out by 1, 2, 3. So you want 3 grass blocks. You want 3 smooth stone blocks. 1 white concrete, 1, 2, 3 more gray concrete, and in the middle you want your lines, but just do 1 gray concrete again, and another 3 gray concrete coming out on this side. So it should equal up, including the white concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 blocks. Now with your yellow gold, I don't know what you want to call it, yellow concrete, just keep that in the middle right there so that centers everything off. And you just want to do the same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 3 gray concrete. So this will be your lines. So and just another gray concrete right here. 1, 2, 3 more gray concrete, white concrete. 3 smooth stone and 4 grass. 4, it depends. If you want to do 4 grass on the sides or 3, it's up to you. Now there's also a cool thing you can do with trees. You can use any fences you want really. Use any fence you want and any leaf you want, and you can make these cool little trees to go along your roads. Because the one thing I like to include in your cities is always add greenery, because if there's no greenery, if there's no nature, it just doesn't look that good. So add some trees. Trees always make it look great. Now with the street lamp, you're like, oh my goodness, it's a street lamp. I know it's a street lamp. It's pretty cool. What you want to do is get some stone brick walls, and you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 blocks up with the street lamps. Wait, what? With the stone brick walls. And you want to get sea lanterns, which look awesome, and go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. And after, I know this part might look a little bit confusing, so after you've gone out by 4 with each street lantern, what you can do is get your smooth stone slabs, go out by 1, 2, 3, place 1 right on here, 1, and just bring them right across, and then you can just go 1, 2, 3, and just place 1 right here, and boom, you have your street lamps, and that is the design you want to use. Now we're just using the normal Minecraft texture pack, but there's a texture pack on the Minecraft store called the City Texture Pack, which is $4.99. Might be a little bit cheaper in the US, or just the exact price. I'm not too sure nail on, but that's pretty much the price you want to get. So yeah, that's the basic design you want to do. So go ahead, pause the video here, get your design down, and resume in the next step. Alright, I'm assuming you unpaused the video here. Hello. We're going to begin working on our next steps. Now just because I went out by 4 over here, I'm just going to bring this grass out by 4 on this side as well. Again, 3 to 4, it does not matter, whatever you like to do. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to take our smooth stone, and I'm probably just going to want the brick. So So after you've gotten this done, what you want to do is, so if you guys want to know these exact measurements, I went up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I went up by 13 blocks, and pretty much I started with 1 gray, 1, 2, 3, 1 gray, 1, 2, 3, 1 gray, 1, 2, 3, 1 gray. So we're at the 13th block, heading on to the 14th. So we're in the 14th block, and we're just going to take our smooth stone. We're going to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're at the 20th mark. If you ever get lost, you can just place something right here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're just going to go by another 20. So we went about 40 blocks. And remember, we started at 13. So right here is the 14th, and we went up by 20 and 20, so about 40 blocks. And that's what we're doing for this road right here. So what you can do is, I'm going to put the next part in time-lapse, but we went out by, so we did 13, so yeah, we about 53 blocks, to be exact. 53 blocks out for this exact road, for those exact measurements. I know a lot of people like the exact measurements, so 53 blocks. Go up by 53 blocks, and I'm going to put this next part into time-lapse. Alright, so that took me about 4 minutes to do off camera in time-lapse mode. And I kept these here just so we could know which were the marks we have laid out. Now, for the streetlights, I wasn't sure if I mentioned this before, but again, we're just using grass blocks, fences, any type of leaf you want, smooth stone, white concrete, gray concrete, yellow concrete, and those are the basic blocks we're using. I think I went over that already, but just to make sure. Alright, so what we're going to do with our street lamps is, this is very important, because if you mess up the street lamps, it will make everything look very, very cramped. So I would say about 3 street lamps here. So we're going to go from this street lamp, and we're going to go about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and about maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe about 6 more blocks out. You want to give them some distance, you know. Their street lights and a little bit of distance are great. Now, since this is probably where we're going to turn our road, we can just bump this up just a little bit more. So just bump it up. Give it about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give it about a 10 block space. Oops, my bad. Give it about a 10 block space. And remember, go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks high. And usually the easiest way to do this is just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got to go get our slabs again. Always use your slabs. So yeah, let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab our slabs, so make sure you just hit the bottom, 1, 2, 3, just like that. And we're just going to go right over, 1, 2, 3. Oh, my bad. And there we go. So we got 2 street lamps. Like I said, you want to keep them fairly distanced apart. Now with our trees, what you can just do is you can make your trees look and place wherever you want. So I'm just going to go random and just go ahead, place their fences a little bit random. Does not matter, but we're just going to go ahead and get them out this way. So I placed about, I don't know, again, give them some distance. So if you see any that look a little bit too close, you can just go break that one. It's a bit close. Maybe just put that one in the middle there. Just give them some distance. Give them some room to grow. And that looks about good, you know? That looks pretty good. And a good thing to note is you don't want to keep them all the same height. Definitely make some, because they're growing, you want to give your city lots of life. So make some look like they're new babies. Make some very tall. Like I said, go up by 4 or 5-ish, 3-ish. Really just give them some life, and it makes, you know, it just makes it look good. It makes it look like you got some trees growing along the side of your city, and it looks fantastic. Now, same thing for this side, just go up with your trees. Yeah, just pretty cool though. It's a great little feature to add to your cities, and it just makes them look fantastic. Now I'm going to show you guys one more thing too before we get onto the other part of the roads, and that is the curves. I've actually picked out a new design to make your roads a little bit more realistic this time, which look fantastic. I can't wait to show you guys. But a good thing to do with your sidewalks is maybe go up by 5 and just place one sea lantern in your sidewalk. So we can remove these now, but go ahead and just place a sea lantern right in the center of your sidewalks, and they actually act as a light source, which is awesome. And you can just so they act as another light source on your sidewalks. So whenever it's nighttime, your sidewalks will be lit up too, and it creates a very nice light for your city. Now, I would try to keep these things, like, you know how this one's over here? Make sure it's the same spot at the same side. Just because if they're all wonky and out of the place, it might look a little bit weird whenever someone's coming into your city. So just try to keep them the same. And pretty much after that, it's like, again, it's a little bit tricky to go with that. But you don't have to do that. Again, it's your city. But it makes it look a little bit nicer, a little bit more clean and fresh at the end of the day. Alright, awesome. Now that you got the basic road done, let's go move on to the next step. Look how good that looks. Look how much progress you're making. Alright, everybody. Moving on to the next step, and that's making our roads turn. Now, we're not going to build buildings in this first episode. We're going to do the buildings in episode 2, but I want to show you guys how to get your roads laid out. Now, see how I made this really nice corner? It's actually quite simple to do. Let me show you on this side. So what we're going to want to do is just go out from here and go up by 1, 2. Now, once you've gone up by 2, you want to just go 1, 2. So, you want to go out by 3. So, go up by 2, go up by 3, go up by another 2, then do 1. So, if you need that again, we're just doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And then once we hit this 1, we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll just make it go. So, that should line up. And you want to make sure that you line them up before you start placing all the things. But yeah, that's how you make your corners. Now, if you want to do that, if you want me to do that in a different color, I'll show you once again. So let's just go in yellow. So you want to go out by 2, out by 3, out by another 2, out by 1. So you want to keep that 1 right there, and that's where it kind of creates the turn. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then out, because that's going to be where the road goes. Pretty simple, right? Now, again, you want to change this back to the white concrete, as it's going to be our outlines for our roads. So let's just go back and switch these blocks here. I hope that was simple enough. Alright, now for the sidewalks. You might get a little bit confused on this part. I know it's confused me a couple times, but all you want to do is go out by 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then when you reach here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And like I said, 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. And right here, you just want to go 1, 2, 3. So we already had 2, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And one straight here. 1, 2, 3. Pretty much that's all you got to do. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to get done. I always went with the square turns, and I thought it'd be cool to change it up and give it more realistic, more of a realistic theme, you know? So it looks pretty good. Now, what we can do, as you can pretty much see how this is going to go, is this is going to be our intersection. So what we need to do now is, right where this orange line stops, is we're just going to go get our gray concrete, and we're just going to go out, just like this. And just go up by 2. And we're just going to go ahead and fill this whole area in with gray concrete. We'll do the little details after, but just until we get that, we're going to fill this out with our gray concrete. Now, pretty much, let me show you guys this real quick while you're filling that in. So once you've filled this area in, you know, this is our little stopping point right here. Remember, because this is where the road is going to stop, and that's where the turn is going to happen. So, like I said, this is where the road stopped, and that's where the road turn happened. So what we're going to do from this white line is go up by 3. You can put your white concrete block here, because just as a reminder, that's the line. 1, 2, 3, and you can get your yellow one. Go up by 1, 2, 3, white concrete. 1, 2, 3, gray concrete. Remember, white concrete right there, and that's going to be the end of the road right there. And you want to just do 1, 2, 3 for your sidewalk, because remember, that's where your sidewalk, and that's where everything stops and starts. So let's do it again on this side. So let's find out where our road stops. So remember, right here, this is where our road stops and the turn happens. So 1, 2, 3, white concrete. 1, 2, 3, yellow concrete. I always wanted to call it gold concrete. I don't know why. 1, 2, 3, white concrete, and 1, 2, 3. Pretty easy, right? And everything should line up. Let's just make sure everything lines up. Usually the best way to do that is just grab some leaves or something like that, make a little straight line across, and it lines up perfectly. That's awesome. And since that all lines up, what you can do right in the middle here is you can just fill all of this in with gray concrete. Oh, it sounds like a pain. I understand, but it is worth it at the end of the day because it looks fabulous. All right, and let's just go ahead and get our let's get our roads done. Let's get those last little curves done. So let's just bring this out back here. And what we can do, remember, just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and out. Pretty sure I did that right. Let's just look at it. Always take a look at it from the sky. It looks like, oh no, we actually did it wrong right here. You want to go out by 3, 2, 1. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Then 1, 2 again, and then right here is where we're going to want to make that transition. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2 going out, and then, oh yeah, here's what we want. 1, 2, 3, then going out. I know it's a little bit complicated, it's a little bit confusing, but this should line up too. Let's just make sure it lines up right here. Perfect, it lines up. You always want to make sure everything lines up because it could end up looking really wonky at the end of the day, and you don't want that. Perfect. So yeah, let's just go over that one more time. So out by 3, out by 2, 1, out by 2 this way, out by 3, going out. And what you can do here is just do your design. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, gold, 1, 2, oh, not up, 1, 2, 3, white concrete, 1, 2, 3, white concrete, and then our sidewalk. Perfect, right? And let's just do that one more time. So 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go by about by 3 this way, out by 2, 1, out by 2. Let's just see. Okay, out by 3, 2, 1, 2, and then 3 again. Yeah, just like that. And everything should line up like it is. Awesome, guys, look at that. Now that we got our curves done, it looks like a pretty cool intersection now. So, again, I'm going to put this next part in time-lapse because we're going to fill in all of this whole little area with gray concrete. But what you can do in the meanwhile is just get your sidewalks done, just like I am here. Remember, they go by 3. Everything pretty much goes out by 3. But yeah, you can just go ahead and do all of your sidewalks. And yeah, I'm going to put this next part in time-lapse, and let's just get into it, guys. And the massive intersection is done. Now, there's some details we can add to make this look a little bit better, because right now it's like, oh my goodness, that's quite big. So, what we can do is, what you probably want to do with your yellow concrete is just push it back one. I think that probably looks the best. And what we can do is we can go up by 1, 2, 3. So where the circle starts to start, we can pretty much just go bring our white concrete right across, just like this, and we're pretty much going to create a crosswalk. You probably see these in a lot of your local cities, towns. There's always usually crosswalks at places, except if they're like at a massive highway. There's usually not a crosswalk, but this isn't a massive highway. This is just into our city. Now, what we can do is every 2 spaces, you can go 1, 2, and just place a white concrete right there. So it works out pretty good, and it creates a cool looking crosswalk that you can do. Including within a crosswalk, you can also go ahead and take your ladders, or really anything you want. Actually, probably the stone brick walls would look better because they kind of match the streetlights. And what you can do is go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And once you go up by 7, what you can do is take your smooth stone. And where's the item frames? You can get yourself some item frames. There they are. So once you get yourself your item frames, you can go 1, 2, 3. You guys can probably already see what I'm doing here. And with the item frames, you can grab green concrete, yellow concrete, and red concrete. Oh, where's the red concrete? And red concrete. And you can pretty much create yourself a streetlight, which looks really cool. Now, this is just my design for a streetlight. There's probably way better streetlight designs out there, but this is just my little design for a streetlight. And you know, it's not too bad. Like, I've never really included streetlights into my cities, but with my previous series, someone mentioned it'd be cool to add a streetlight in, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a pretty neat idea. So I thought I'd try it out today. What did we do for you again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that's what I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty neat idea to add. Anyways, there's probably, if you search up Minecraft streetlights, there's probably way better things you can do to add these. But it's pretty basic. You know, it's neat. It does the trick. You know, it does the trick, and that's what this thing is. And they look pretty cool too. Like, I do think they look pretty realistic. Now, I think what you could do is you could put yellow for their base as well instead of smooth stone if you want to brighten things up. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do the streetlights. And since we did these right here, now, like I said, our crosswalk started right where the road split. And this was just kind of to give us that little layout. But if what you can do here is just grab your gray concrete, and let's just grab let's just get everything organized again. Oh yeah, let's grab our white concrete. So what we can do here is just bring our roads back, and yeah, you just want to bring your roads back here. And once you bring your roads back here, let's just do that real quick. Let's just bring our white concrete back. Let's just see how far back did we go from where it split off. So 1, 2, 3. So everything's out by 3. So right where this goes, what you can do, so as you can see where it splits off right here, just start right here and go 1, 2, 3, and that's where you're going to want to place your first white concrete, just so everything matches up. And do the same thing for your gold concrete, white concrete. You can even put your gold concrete one back. It usually looks better that way. But again, your city, do what you feel like. And let's just break that right there. And just bring our concrete out just like this. And we can go ahead and create our lines. You know what? I'm just going to keep the gold concrete right there because it might confuse some people. So just push that back. And you can just push these back as well. Just like this. Again, you can extend your road out as far as you want, but just for this tutorial, I'm just going to keep it out only by a little bit, just to show you guys the basics, because I don't think you guys want to watch me build a whole another road again. Now, with these roads, you can do the exact same thing you just did with this road over this way. And yeah, pretty much just go just like that, and you can extend these backwards. Just bring these back, this back right here. And again, same thing over here. For roads, it's really easy for roads, especially like roads like this. They're really easy to get a hang of, because once you, pretty much it's the duplicate. You do one thing on one side and you do the other on the other side. And it's pretty easy to follow along. But with doing it that way, it can be tricky getting the corners done for the roads. But yeah, Pretty much just like that, and right where it cuts off, we go out just like this with our white concrete, creating us that very cool crosswalk. Yeah, that's perfect. So we got a two space from the crosswalk. Perfect. Lines up. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. I don't know if you guys want me to, but if you guys want to stick around, I'm probably just going to go ahead and do the last little details. Like if you want, go before we end the video, put your streetlights again on this side. So just grab these. I'm just going to just mark where it goes. I'm not going to do it again because I got to get the item frame out, but mark where it goes and go by 7, and you can put your streetlights there. And I'll just do that work off camera with the streetlights. Like you guys are like, oh, he's doing work off camera. No, I'm just going to do the item frames off camera just so you guys have to see that, me do that again. As well as just getting these little parts done right here. But you guys pretty much get the basics, and that's how we start off our realistic city. Now in part 2, what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be building ourselves a corner store with an apartment building on top. I have a really cool modern design for that. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, I really hope you did. Make sure to like and subscribe. Join our Discord server. Follow me on Twitter. Guys, if you have any questions, follow me on Twitter. It's the best way to get a hold of me and just get the questions answered. So yeah, if you got any questions, follow me on Twitter. Follow my Discord. And you get all the questions answered over there. If you're a Minecraft city builder, I'm doing a new series where I show off your guys' cities in videos. So join our Discord for that too. And yeah, like, subscribe, guys. It'd really help out at the end of the day. I really hope this tutorial helped you out. I hope it's a lot more... Well, the first one was good, but there was definitely some mistakes I made. And I really hope this season 2 of this series is a lot more clear and more understandable. Because I know I didn't really give out all the proper measurements in the other series as well. So yeah, like I said, I hope this series was a little bit more clear to understand this first episode. I'm going to be doing... This series is going to be 5 to 10 episodes. So stay on the lookout. I'm going to do one episode, most likely one episode a week. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. And have fun. Good luck with your cities. If you're following along with this tutorial, I'm going to try to get another episode out this week or next week. So have those notifications on for whenever I post these videos. Check out my other videos. I do really cool city videos on this channel. And yeah, that's pretty much all you got to do. So yeah, guys, good luck. And I'll see you in episode 2 where we get working on the builds.